Good morning, guys, and welcome back to that Cov Pod. I'm joined by John and Jig, as always. And lads, for the second week in a row, we need to talk about a 0-0 draw. This is going to be a very weird pod because it was possibly the worst performance of the season, as we'll get into, against bottom of the league. But also, we are now very, very, very close to being confirmed as a Premier League team once again, which led to some celebrations in pubs around Coventry when Conor Chaplin scored that late winner against Middlesbrough. I think we should just start by talking about the game and getting the negatives out the way first, because it was atrocious, John, in terms of performance. Would you put it as our worst of the season?
Yeah, I think I would. Yeah, I think we had so much of the ball, but you know, it's that psychological thing, isn't it? I just think the pressure's getting to them a little bit. We saw it away at Hull and we thought, well, we'll let that one go. I mean, yesterday was 5 times worse. So we're playing with lead in our boots. But I think Frank got a couple of things wrong yesterday. BTA obviously was a forced move for Sakamoto being injured. BTA really hurt us yesterday. He was too inside all the time. We lost width. He was congregating areas where Radoni was sitting in pockets, could go right or left. Hadji Wright, I'll let you pick up with him because I've said my piece on him this season. I think he absolutely killed us up top. But I also think that, you know, the tempo just wasn't there. It needed to be 5 yards quicker than it was. There was too many people having too many touches. We just couldn't seem to get hold of the ball and have large parts of possession. And I thought that they were excellent. I thought they set up accordingly, worked really hard, never relented really. And I thought their fans were incredible. So, yeah, really, really, God, it was just such an anticlimax. And driving back down the M1, because I was so angry with them. I ain't staying up here today, fuming. Back down the M1. Big Conor Chaplin scores. And I'll revert back to a time where myself and the Jigmeister General were in Vegas on a stag do. And we saw Mr. Chaplin with his trotters out on a sun lounger. And we went over to him and we went, "Hey, what you saying, big man?" He went, "Oh, yes, lads, good to see you. What's going on next season?" He went, "Well, Mark said he's going to build the side around me next season. So no doubt that means I'm leaving this summer." And needless to say, off he went, but he looked at me and Jig, and there was a few of us there, and he went, "Oi, listen, by hook or by crook, they'll be going up, and hopefully I can play some kind of part." And I always remember him saying that. And then when it was him scoring yesterday, unbelievable. I messaged him straight away. He'd come back and then he went, "Yeah, right, Sam, but can you do us a favour next couple of weeks as well?" And we said, "Well, we're not going to give you a win, mate, but yeah." Yeah, unbelievable, mate. So, you know, you kind of had that bit of the okey cokey last night. Your left foot in, your left foot out. We're kind of in limbo land a bit, but listen, no one's catching us now. We are promoted, but until that P's there, I'm a taskmaster now, lads. I want to see.
We need it. We don't even have the P yet. We do. I also think it will be good, and obviously last night was good, but it is now Blackburn. All eyes on Blackburn and what comes on Friday night. Because if we get a point. Jig can't believe it. He's coughing up along that we're going back to the Premier League. If we get that point at Blackburn or a win at Blackburn, it's celebrating with the players. We are Premier League banners on the pitch. Like, if we lose at Blackburn, that doesn't happen. Like, we still need to go there and do something and get that point and get over the line. And we can make it happen ourselves now, which is a good position to be in. All but mathematically up. Obviously, need a massive goal difference swing and all of that good stuff. Jig, let's talk about the game a bit more. John alluded to BTA on the right and Sakamoto. We obviously badly missed it, mate. I was confused as to why Esse didn't start in place of Sakamoto, because he is the most like-for-like replacement, and I thought we were much better when he came on.
Yeah, I feel like we lacked a bit of width yesterday, and that's because Sakamoto gives us that. Everything kind of was coming to EMC. He didn't have his best game for us. 6 million,
5 million,
5 million. But yeah, I don't think BTA is a winger. I don't know. I don't think he's a winger.
Well, you
It
said to me yesterday,
sounds
Jig,
really harsh, doesn't it? Like,
you went,
yeah,
what is he? Is he a
what is
9,
he?
an 8, a 10, a 7? Where would you play him in the 11, Dorks? I went on the bench.
Yeah, it sounds harsh because
I expected more
earlier on in the
rotation.
season he was great, weren't he? But yeah, sorry, go on.
I expected more rotation between him and Rodoni. When I saw that lineup, I thought, oh, is it going to be Rodoni on the right or BTA? Like they could move. He was stood out there for the entire game pretty much. And
Yeah.
And you are right. I don't think it's his best position, the right wing. We saw him score 10 goals in about 14 games in the number 10 role, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah,
He's just a different type of player, a utility man who can cover all 4 positions. But I don't know. I thought SA was very good when he came on, by the way.
I actually think
exactly, but you've got wingers. You've got wingers on loan, haven't you? And you're not playing them. You're not using them. So I don't get why you've started with BTA there, to be honest. And I think that's killed the game. Killed us a little bit during that game. I'd like to apologise to Sheffield Wednesday as well, because my prediction of 5-0 was so far off. They're actually a pretty good team. They've got some good players. That Jamal Lowe's very good. I thought that Adaramola, the one that we had, and then we sent him back. Yeah, from Palace, weren't he? He came and then we sent him back because of his attitude or something.
Yeah,
he was pretty good as well. I thought they had some decent players, and they could have got a couple of goals early doors.
They deserve that massive credit, don't they? On the whole, like their fans were incredible in that way, and one of the loudest I've heard at the CBS. The fact they're on minus whatever, and I know this was in quotation marks, a big game for them, and they could go and put out a marker. But the way they've continued to play this season, getting a draw against Leicester, getting a draw against us, they're continuing to not throw the towel in. I said in last week's show, they rarely get battered. Sorry, that's my speaker going off in the background. I don't know what that is. They rarely get battered. And they didn't. They're well organised. They're hard to beat. I thought we would get a late winner. We didn't. But from their perspective, like, massive credit to them. And I hope they do come back up next season and their ownership will get sorted, because they're a decent football club and gave us a really, really tough game.
Yeah.
The Cov performance in general, I think we just took too many touches. We were so slow, Jig, moving the ball. Grimes in particular, I thought, was having 2, 3, 4 touches every time he got the ball. Rarely times where we put a string of one-touch passes together.
Yeah, I don't think any of them were at the races yesterday. I don't know whether it was a bit of pressure for the occasion. We kind of knew if we won that game, it was all but done. And that didn't matter about the Middlesbrough result. But yeah, I don't know. It was just, we were way off it. We weren't how we have been. I don't know whether they thought it was going to be easier than what it was. I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, Rushworth, do you know what? From the start, the tempo of the game, the first thing, play the ball back to the keeper, he kicks it straight out.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's, and the crowd are like, oh, straight away. You're like, oh, come on, help yourselves out. I know they set up, but they put everyone on the right-hand side, knock it back, and they try and lump it forward. That's fine. But you can't just kick it straight out of play. It's just basic stuff.
The Rushworth error was like early on. I don't know how we didn't concede from that point.
Yeah.
Like, he's been so good all season, and that was again dallying with the ball at the back and getting caught. They really should have scored from that moment, and that did also set the tone of what wasn't. We weren't the better team in that game, I don't think. Genuinely, Sheffield Wednesday probably had the better chances. There was that Yates chance that went over. There was those chances where they nearly caught Rushworth out.
Kitchen headed one off the line as well, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Of course. It all felt, for the first time, I think, this season, which is massive credit to Lampard and the whole team, it felt complacent. It felt arrogant almost. It felt like we were just going to turn up and win, and we were nowhere near it, John.
Yeah, they needed that kind of jolt, didn't they? What would have been good is had they scored.
Yeah,
it might have rattled them a bit, but yeah, it was complacent. It was going through the motions a bit. There was a few of them trying to get hold of the game and make it work. But again, I go back. You know, you make the point there about SA coming on and making things better. Sims made it better because he started making basic runs. He started working the channels. He started getting into position. He started to become more of a target. And again, I mean, he missed some absolute sitters. I mean, there was a couple there that were shocking misses, but ultimately the balance was better when them two came on. Double change in the middle of the park, maybe a bit late as well. But it was just really, really frustrating. Every time we get them big attendances down there, we tend to just kind of. It's weird, isn't it? Because this is a new set of players, but it's that old muscle memory again kicking in, isn't it? It's just like it's so cov to go right. Well, go on then. You need to beat bottom of the table who ain't won for however many games, and they're getting like you're not hammered every week, but they're kind of fodder to feed off kind of thing. Be a bit of shooting practice for you. What you do? Little 0-0 draw. Put your worst performance in, and over the 90 minutes, they were the better side.
Yeah.
We might have had all the possession in the world, but it just underlines the idea that the amount of changes you need for next season, we're absolutely desperate for a number 9. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand why maybe we didn't go 2 up top or even throw Bobby Thomas up top as a focal point, because we weren't winning anything. We weren't really getting hold of the ball up top, feeding people in. You saw Grimes second half. He came out with a message, didn't he, where he was getting the ball and he was clearly going long up the pitch. 4 or 5 times he did it in the first 10, 15 and continued that. So there was a clear message there to get forward. Frank was getting his air off big time, wasn't he? He was getting quite angry about it, I think. So very, very frustrating day at the office yesterday.
I was surprised to see Frank sat down quite a lot in the second half. You boys were closer to the bench than I was, but I thought he was pretty not passive in the second half, but he did sit down for quite a bit of it. We have to talk about Hadji, right? I thought he was a disgrace, to be honest. I thought it was one of his worst performances in a Cov shirt. I think his movement was poor. The difference when Sims came on was obvious in terms of runs in behind. It was that moment in the first half, though, where he had time to clear the ball in our own corner. I think we defended a corner, picked the ball up, managed to get the ball just before the eye, and then just did the laziest clearance you've ever seen, where he just knocked the ball 5 yards back to them. And I think that might have led to the Rushworth error. Potentially.
No, that led into the shot that Kitchen headed one off the line for.
I misremember, but that summed up his performance, didn't it? And it was horrendous.
Yep. Do you want to go, John?
We're repeating the same things, aren't we?
I know, but he just frustrates me, mate. I look at him and I'm like, he could be an absolute world beater. But he scored a lot of important goals this season. You can't overlook that. There's been games where he's nicked goals and stuff, but nothing surprises with me yesterday. People were losing their head about him yesterday. I'm like, I don't know what you're watching, mate. He's like this all the time. Like 4 or 5 games in a row, he'll be like this, and it's almost like he's missed a massive part of development in his age, like coming up. But when you're a young lad learning the game and you get into kind of your early teen years, and then they start trying to finesse you in academies about movement and if the ball's here, you should be showing, or you should be spinning off around the back, or you hit the channel, or you get the ball and bring someone into play, spin back into the box. You don't see any of them basic movements or like where he should be on the pitch at any one particular time. That's my frustration with him as a striker. It's almost like he came to football late and missed that part of his development. I can't work it out because I'm like, I don't know what at times he's offering. He looked slow yesterday as well, and he's really, really frustrating. I've said my piece about him. I think people think I'm really like just trying to isolate him and I've got a big problem with him. I don't. My problem with him is he's such a tremendous looking athlete with all the attributes, but we just don't see it anywhere near enough. And I say it all the time about this side. A good striker at this level gets you 25 plus goals easily. A very good striker at this level, 30 plus, easy. The amount of chances we're creating is crazy from the wide areas, and both of them between them, I don't know why they're not improving. How can you not improve in this side?
I look at Vopotnik now, not just his goals and his movement and everything, and you put him in our side and it's a different story, but I thought Hadji Wright would really be aggressive and focused on trying to win the Golden Boot. It was within reach. He's now 5 goals behind him because Vopotnik scored again. So it's 21 versus 16. And do you remember the season? And it's obviously different circumstances where we had Adam Armstrong and he came out of the blocks firing. And then towards the end of the season, when our form was dropping off, the focus was basically on getting Armstrong 20 goals that season. And we did it, and he did it. But I just don't see the same sort of mentality or kind of drive for Hadji to get 20. And we talked weeks ago about where would he finish, how many goals would he land on. I think we said 18, 19, 20. Probably going to be around that figure if we're right. But there was a chance for him to go 22, 23. Sheffield Wednesday at home. I know the whole team underperformed, but they're the worst team in the league. It was just nothing, Jig.
No. I don't want to keep going on about him. We all say our piece. John says his piece, and I think he speaks honestly about him as well. And it's not nice that we have to kind of like not expose, but talk about players like in a bad way on here, because they're getting us out of this league. They're getting us to the Premier League. We're there, but yeah, it's frustrating. You can see him. He can be a world beater in games. He's bagged hat-tricks in games. He's been unplayable in games. And then a week later, he's just nothing. There's nothing from him. And you think, well, where are you now? You've got to be more consistent. You won't get that chance in the Premier League. When you're in the Premier League, you've got less games. You can't afford to have one good game and 5 bad games. We'll be down before we know it. So
less chances, Jake.
Less chances as well. Yeah.
Listen, he scored important goals for us. He's played his part to get us up. There's no doubt about that. And you know what? He's the kind of player that he scores in batches, doesn't he? You know what I mean? He could go to Blackburn, bag a quick double, bang, you're home and dry, 2-0. He's up to 18 goals, and he can nick a couple of others. And you know, on paper it looks great, but you've got to look moving forward now. We could have been out of sight by now, a long way. Yep. Both the strike, and that's on both the strikers really. But then at the same point, you know, they're there to score goals. Have they scored goals? They have. You know what I'm saying? I think we're looking at something where it's like, are they of the required level for the next step?
Do you think part of this is what I will now name the Gyökeres factor, where we watched Vic do what he did for 2 seasons at the very top of his game, and then we had to replace him? Do you think that is part of it?
Possibly, but I think what we saw with them, though, is improvement. I've not seen improvement in either of them lads.
But we have been spoilt for strikers at whatever level we've been at, in terms of we had McNulty, even Biamu contributed. We had, I was going to say Bakayoko, throw him in there. Why not?
20 goals.
Yeah. We've had Armstrong. We've had all the forwards up there scoring goals. Matty Godden, of course, legend of the club. And now then we had Vic, and now we're in like this Hadji Wright Sims era, and they have carried us to the next level, as you say. So maybe they deserve more credit than they're getting, because they are performing at a level that is higher than those guys performed at. Potentially, at the same level as Vic. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So maybe they deserve a bit more.
For example, the Matty Godden goal last week, come back from injury, come on as sub, chest down volley, bang, goal. You think, have our strikers got that in the locker? That finesse, that striker's instinct, the poacher's instinct. It's like, I don't know.
It's not even that though, is it, Jig? It's like,
I'm not saying I want Matty Godden over him.
Like, no. It's not that. It was time for Matty to go, but there would have been an argument to just keep him around. Obviously, he wouldn't have done that. He wanted to go and play, but it's like his movement was.
He's a natural striker.
So good. Like you could learn. You just watch him. You were a young lad in the stand watching him a couple of years ago. I used to say it all the time. His movement is unbelievable. His movement was unbelievable, and that's what those two. Sims has it more than Hadji, and you saw that yesterday when a couple of things started opening up, because he was making the basic runs and opening the space up. But we were all on top of each other, like BTA, too far inside, getting him in the way of pockets of area for Radoni to come into. But the amount of times we got the ball and we had 2, 3, 4 touches and then got caught, or the second ball didn't run to us. Again, second ball yesterday didn't win anywhere near enough. But we just kept giving the ball away time and time again. And there was like a heaviness in the legs, a lead in the boot. And that comes from a slight pressure being at the top of the table, trying to get them points to get over the line. They've got to wobble their heads now. It's kind of, lads, you're kind of there now. Let's get the job done. You know, like if we get, I'm greedy now. And I've said it before. I don't care about winning the league and I just want to get up. I do care now because we're here now. And I'm like, you know, you don't be blowing it from that point. It takes a shine off everything. Go to Blackburn and get a win. Come back down the road. Let's turn sides over now. Come on.
If we don't win the league from this point, it will be getting promoted is obviously amazing, but it will feel flatter. Like, imagine if we're not there again. It just will. We're 10 points clear of Ipswich. They've got 2 games in hand. Big win for them yesterday at Norwich. If they win both their games in hand, they're only 4 points behind us.
Yeah.
We need to.
And they're looking good as well. They're
Good win
playing
for them
very
yesterday,
well. I
wasn't
don't
it?
know.
Good win for
I
them
know they've
yesterday.
got Middlesbrough, and I know they've got.
Yeah, that's
who
not
else
much
is
of a
there?
game at the minute, though, Jig.
I know.
Borough are
that-
absolutely
that-
crumbling, aren't they?
It's that, I don't know. That fall off is unbelievable from them. I mean, we
I just
luckily
you know,
we've
we're moaning
relied on.
about we're moaning about our strikers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, they'd snap your hand off for one of us. So we can't bash them too much, but it's like, it's just about finessing what makes us better. How do we improve? The frustrations have to be called out. You know what I mean?
Before I forget, I need to give a shout out to Dan and his son Dawson, who I met yesterday and sorted us out with a ticket. They wanted a shout out, so there you go, Dawson. Big fan of that Cov pod. Thanks,
Man like Dawson.
Yeah.
Go on the horse.
And I wanted to also get your thoughts on Rodoni yesterday, because I didn't think from the first few minutes he was at it, but I don't know if again I'm being too harsh. Jig, I wanted your thoughts on him.
I don't think he was too bad. I think he was trying to make stuff work. I think he was trying his tricks, his good footwork and stuff in the right areas. I just don't think there was much support around him. So he wasn't he wasn't the worst player on the pitch for us. Let's put it that way. There was worse than him on there. I don't.
How much is he worth?
Rodoni? Oof. He's got to be about 20, 25. What are you saying?
I think he's
25.
25 plus.
25.
Plus, you know, listen, I think people were getting in his way a little bit yesterday. I still don't think he's. I mean, you saw it on the behind the scenes stuff when he come off the pitch the other day. How heavily his shoulder is strapped still. Obviously, we know that he's got to have an operation as soon as the season's done. Boom, get him in. Boom, get it done. It's a big problem for him, but you know, I don't think he's fully fit. I still thought he was good. I thought people were getting in his way a little bit.
Yeah.
But mate, when you've got nothing sticking up top, or no one making the movements, or no one creating the space with said movement, can become quite difficult. And I felt that he looked all right. I thought EMC looked knackered. You know, I don't know. It's just an odd game, mate. I just think there was too many way below par yesterday.
The subs, though, John, this is what frustrated me, right? You could see from that first half that 11 wasn't going to do anything magic. Why did it then take, I'll get the exact timings of the subs on, why did it then take so long for the changes to be made? We brought Sims and Essay on at 67 minutes. Like, that is pretty late. It should have been given 5 or 10 minutes, get the changes on. And then it was Torp and Eccles at 82, and we didn't bring Mason Clark off till the 86th minute. I just think those changes should have been 55 minutes, 60 minutes. Like, Sheffield Wednesday posed a bit of a threat, but we didn't actually, I don't want to say we didn't look like losing that game, but it didn't feel like too much of a risk. We could have thrown bodies forward. Or like you say, try something different. Bobby was on the bench. I know it's a bit unconventional, but might have done with him on the pitch.
Mate,
I thought Markello was bright again when he came on.
I say it all the time about centre. You know, people go back to England the other week. They're like, "Oh, would you take Maguire?" I'm like, "Well, watch the last 10 minutes of that game." You know what I mean? They were just putting balls in the box. Maguire was the biggest threat for England, and then they kind of bang him up top, and they're just feeding off him. Just put, you know, Craig was stood with us, his old man. We were like, "Why would you not put him up top?" He was like, "Mate," he agreed. You know what I mean? You're like, he's a target. Obviously, he's a centre half. He's not a forward, but it's just like, do something different. The chances were there, though, at the end of the game. There's no doubt about it. Sims missed a couple. Who else missed? Eccles. It was just composure. It was just a bit messy. It was a mess. It was messy yesterday. Frustrating
Really
game.
messy.
We've all been in them games, you know what I mean? And you come off and it does your head in. But it was time for heroes yesterday. Just one bit of quality just wasn't there.
Score that goal yesterday, and that's it. Your name's up in lights. You've got Cov to the Premier League, but it just felt a bit. Everyone was there for a party, and it kind of didn't happen.
I thought the crowd were really flat yesterday. Early kick-off, granted, but it was really flat. When the team needed them, weren't there.
Expectation kind of. Expectation's the big thing, but I don't know. And that's what partly I'm looking forward to next season, is being the underdog again. It felt like, obviously, massive favourites Saturday, and I don't think we coped very well with that scenario, especially when the away team are digging in. And again, a low block we struggled to kind of break down. Interesting
point. It's a good point.
Yeah. Should also talk about centre backs, Kitchen and Latty.
12
Another clean sheet.
Yeah.
And Mr. Invincible.
Still Mr. Invincible, 12-0, Latty. And that's 16 clean sheets for Rushworth this season. Not bad. Not too bad. Although I don't think he really had to make any saves, did he?
Oh, I thought he was wobbly yesterday. Wasn't he?
Yeah. With he's always a little bit wobbly with his feet, isn't he? But they do use him a lot as an extra player.
Just taking his time. Like, how much time do you think you got? But they were all like that. They're all kind of a bit of a stroll in the park. I'm like, where's the energy? Where's the zip? You know what I mean? And then he got caught, didn't he, badly? I mean, he got away with that massively. I know you've already covered it, but I was just thinking about it again there.
Yeah.
Everyone was folding in their seats, weren't they? Whoa. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just a hard one. We've got to run a line and do it, lads. Yeah. We'll be here all day trying to work that out. That was just bizarre, mate. Psychological, that one.
He 16 clean sheets for Rushworth and Cov. I don't know if the Millwall keepers played every game, but they've got 16. Ipswich have got 15. But this is where I'm talking about individual awards. Like for the rest of the season, yeah, we are going to be in the Premier League next season. But there's some individual awards that these players should want to go and win. Rushworth should make it a priority to go and win that Golden Glove. Had you right, you've still got a chance at going and winning the Golden Boot. Go and try and make it happen. I know there's a World Cup coming up in the summer and stuff, but this is a season where you can win these proper accolades and it just boosts your value and all of that sort of stuff. There's plenty still for us to play for, including the title, which we will come on to talk about, I guess, in a little bit. We all done talking about another 0-0 draw and then we'll do some listener questions?
I've had enough of that, mate. Yeah.
Credit to their fans, like John said at the start. The Cov fans applauded them at the end. They were loud throughout, considering what that club's been through this season with the protests, the away leg, the 5-0 when they'd done the pitch invasion. They're back in the Premier League years, they were one of the best fan bases I remember as well. So they were very vocal, very good. So yeah, credit to Sheffield.
They see us as a blueprint as well of like how they're going to bounce back. You know what I mean? They refuse to die. Terrible owner. But again, I was talking about our story. There's no worse story than ours. It just doesn't get the focus. Still, at this point, the story is mental.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And it might be too old for you, this one, So do you remember the Tango advert?
You know you've been tangoed?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's the guy, the Sheffield Wednesday fan at the front with his top off. He's the Tango man. Yeah.
People were buzzing, weren't they, when they realised it was him?
He's still there because he was there in the Premier League years as well, and he's still there with his top off at the front.
Mate, he's maintained that gut, isn't he?
Yeah.
What a legend he is. Okay, let's do some listener questions. Thanks for sending them in, as always. Let's start off with this one from Jamie. Was Jig in the Craven Arms? Didn't know whether to go up to him and offer him a Madry. PUSB, pod is class. Can you give us your locations from last night, Jig?
I was in there.
He would have been in there. The run. On the
in a few pubs yesterday, yeah. Especially when that goal went in and Chaplin scored and we were outside the front of the pub and everyone was singing, going mad. So it was kind of like, yeah, we're up, yeah.
Any karaoke?
Celebrated that.
Any karaoke?
No. I retired after my karaoke performance. I got on stage with Barry from EastEnders. I don't know if you know that song.
You can't beat that. Did you do that?
No, that was
do it anyway.
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Is there video evidence of this? Because
there is. Yeah, there is.
Oh, dear.
Let's get that we've got to get that for the socials.
100%.
Good stuff. Sky Blue Hub. Did Frank get the team wrong today? Do you think we've covered that? But you can touch on that quickly.
I think he did. With the wingers, I think he got it wrong. I don't think... you get a lot of work from Asante. We all know that. He'll always put 100% effort in. But I don't feel like he has much of an impact on the wing, and I don't feel like he hugs the line, takes his man on. He drifts inside, like John said, gets in the way a little bit, gets into the pockets where people are trying to expose space. That's the one position that I'd say he got wrong yesterday.
Yeah, I think you bang on there. Just frustrating. I think he had the chance to change it earlier, as I just said, and he again kind of didn't change it enough, and we weren't breaking. And they were time wasting, by the way, near the end. Fair play, but we just didn't do enough. And touching on that, Callum says, "Have you ever disliked a physio as much as that guy today? Clearly slowing the play, clearly passing on instructions, squaring up to Kitchen, ignoring the ref when he was talking to him. Shocking behaviour. That was such a strange bit.
It was weird.
I've never seen anything like it. Mad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He literally came on and was just like not treating the injured player and instead doing everything. I didn't think was it Kitch who squared up for him, and I'm surprised the ref didn't book anyone.
I don't know. Was it Latty or was it Kitch? I don't know. It was one of them. But yeah, I don't know what went on. We were like, "Is the physio kicking off?"
Yeah.
It seemed a bit surreal.
The fans. So I was down in that stand, and it was the fact the fans were obviously fuming because he walked on. His mate ran to the player. He walked on, and then he was just not doing his job, just going and winding people up. And I thought, do you know when you think also we're in a situation where our discipline and stuff does actually matter at a point like this? We do still want to go on and win the title. We have got plenty to play for. Wednesday players, credit to them, very professional, but they got nothing to play for. Like they can go and wind us up and get players sent off and do whatever, all the dark arts. So I don't know. I'm happy we didn't rise to the bait too much, but it was absolutely mental. Not seeing anything like that. John David says, does anything matter really now? And what does today mean for the title? I think that's meant to be a positive rather than some sort of deep philosophical inward-looking question that does anything matter now, really? What does today mean for the title?
I want the title now. I want it. You know what I mean? They look. They've had 2 bang average performances in a row. One very poor, and I'm a taskmaster, mate. Come on. I want that moment. I feel like we've not had the moment.
Yeah.
That's what annoyed me yesterday.
I'm a bit like, like everyone was like, "Oh, how do you feel?" I'm like that. Yeah, it's weird. Like I know we're going up, but I'm a bit like, oh. A little bit flat about it, and I want that moment in the ground, or I want to be in Tenerife watching us smash Blackburn and seeing that end erupting, and the emotion and the hugs, and I just felt like we didn't have that yesterday. That's my only gripe with things yesterday. But again, I look at a lot of them players. It's like you're playing to prove that you're good enough to go into the Premier League. Show us, because some of them will get shipped out, or you'll just be in the background. It's a chance to shine now. Enjoy it. Enjoy every moment of it. You're going up now, really, in reality. So let's play. You know what I mean? Frustrating game yesterday. And I'll go back to the point you made about Asante as well. That's not a hindsight thing. Because when the 11 came out, we all kind of said, "Oh, wouldn't have gone with him there." Kind of messes with the shape a little bit before the game, and obviously it played out that way. But yeah, that was just going back to the previous question.
Yeah, I agree with that about that moment, and that's what we've talked about. When's it going to happen? And that's why I'm still like, it's still not happened, right? And people can celebrate in whatever way they want, because we are going to be a Premier League team and go out and have beers and enjoy it. And obviously, I wasn't in town; I was on the motorway, which is rubbish, like just exactly like you, John.
Yeah.
But the moment still hasn't happened, because we do still need to do something. And what's the swing of results you said, Jig? If we lose every game 4-0 and Millwall win every game 4-0,
last 4 games 4-0, and Millwall win 3 4-0 and 1 5-0, we still get promoted on goal difference.
Yeah, but we still need to not do that.
I know. Yeah.
Given we can't score a goal at the minute, we do still need to go and do something there. So I'm not having this. We are Premier League yet, but that's just my perspective, because obviously I was in the car and not in Cov, and I'm sure it was a great celebration. I mean, Jig, talk to us a bit more in detail about what was it like when the Chaplin goal went in and the mood round Cov, because we're being a bit miserable now, me and John, and you were there in the midst.
Yeah. There was a huge cheer from inside, and then the news spread out outside to the terrace where we all were, and then people were up on the benches singing, and we are Premier League, and it was good. But like you say, we actually want that moment in a stadium rather than in pockets of fans scattered across the city or wherever we are. You want that. Go and get a win at Blackburn. Let's do it in style. Come on. Have something about you where you think this is the one now. 7,300 fans there. Go and do it.
How many points do we need to win the league? 6.
Let me do. Well, they've got a few games in hand. Let me do my maths. Sorry, let me get the abacus out again.
If they win their games in hand, it's down to 4. Yeah.
If they win all their games, they finish on 93. They finish on 93 if they win all the games. So we need 3 more wins out of 4. It's a big ask. You know what I mean? Ipswich have got some tough games, but they are flying right now, and they've got congestion. I think they play on Tuesday night. Let me get their fixtures up. They play Tuesday night, Portsmouth away. Conor Chaplin, get them scoring boots.
Yeah, come on, Connor.
We'll all be watching that. And then next Saturday or Sunday, they've got Middlesbrough at home. So they've got a very congested fixture list. They've got to play Southampton away as well. They're doing really well. So they're not probably going to win out, but we definitely need probably 4-5 points to try and get over the line in terms of the title. And
2 wins. We need 2 wins.
Starting at Blackburn. Blackburn feels like a good place to get promoted, doesn't it, Jim?
Uncle want the title, mate. He's taskmaster. I think you're right, Si. You know, when he sits down, I think that's when he's angry.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when he's like, it's like his little protest, like, all right, well, I'm not going to stand there and shout orders if you ain't going to take instruction. And he'll be sitting there chatting to the assistants and just going, right, what are we doing then? They took too long yesterday, though. I agree with you again, Si.
I also, though, need to put my hands up because I've had about 50 messages saying, you said it was a given we were going to beat Sheffield Wednesday at home for the last few months.
Yeah. That was one of the bankers, weren't it? Unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, apparently that was one of the bankers. But it just goes to show there's nothing given in football. Nothing's a certainty in football, which is why I really want us to get a point at least at Blackburn. How do you think that... In fact, let's do a couple more questions because we've got some time. I want to talk about Leicester a bit, by the way, Jig, because they lost again at home yesterday. They're 23rd in the league with Portsmouth winning. They're 4 points from safety with 4 points to go. Madness that they might get relegated.
It is crazy. And what was your question last week? Scenario A or scenario B?
Yeah. Both,
I don't want it to be B. I want a bit of both. I want us to win the league, and I don't mind if they go down. But yeah, that is mental. They fall off, and they lose their parachute payment, don't they? If they go down,
I believe so. I just can't believe how they fall apart, and their finances are
best training ground in the country as well.
Yeah,
mate, it's astonishing, mate. Too pampered. Same as Spurs. Training ground's unbelievable, but the players don't want to be there because it's just all there for them, and they get fed up of being almost trapped in there. Do you know what I mean? Keep it writing. You know what I mean?
Is that an advert for James Maddison as well next season, by the way? I saw a little bit of discourse about the old James Maddison return, and I'm here for it.
I don't know. I think I'm all right for it. I think you got to move on.
I know he's only got one knee, but it's James Maddison, John. Come on.
I know he's a top player, but I'm like...
It's top player, and then there's like England squad quality.
Let's go and find someone else. Come on. I don't want to be that kind of like... Hey, everyone, come back. Finish your career with us. You know, we've got to be, you know, I don't like looking backwards. I'm like, let's look forwards. That's why I want to win the title. No disrespect to 87, but I've had it battered down my throat for the best part of 40 years. I need new heroes, new wins, new proper titles, new everything. You know what I mean? We've got to level up, move it forward. Move it on, Louis Vuitton.
I want promotion at Blackburn. I want the title at Wrexham, penultimate home game. That's the dream, right?
That's what I want. Yeah.
In the sunshine, having done a live show potentially prior to the game, having done a run potentially at some point prior to that game as well. We do need to get our... Anyway, it looks like it's going to be an exciting Friday night, isn't it, in terms of a trip to Blackburn? In fact, this is my big advert, by the way. If you want to help out a Cov fan in need who only lives 30 minutes from Ewood Park and you have any spare tickets or know of anyone, DM me, Simon L Sport, or that Cov pod, and I'll see you there.
If you're a Blackburn fan, remember that face because it'll be in your end.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to edit that out as well now. Yeah, no, I will hopefully be there. But yeah, Jig, looking forward to it, mate. You do have away tickets.
I do have them. Yeah. I am looking forward to it. 16 of us heading down. Mr. Grennan's coming with us as well. He's paid up. He's on the bus. It should be good fun. We're stopping off at Chorley FC. Yeah, they've offered their...
Chorley FM coming in your ears.
FM.
Felix Knight.
Where the listener comes first.
That's right.
Yeah. Stopping there for a pre-match pint and then to the game.
Talking to Grennan, Super Frank rang him about 10 minutes after the Chaplin goal. And he was like, what did I say to you 15 months ago when I come in? And he was like, yeah, you said you'd get us out. And he was like, and what have I done? We're nearly there, mate. And he was gassed. Apparently, Grennan was like, he was proper gassed. So, yeah, let's hope he takes that energy, gives it to the players, and they all turn into Super Frank next Friday. Come on.
Changes for that game? What do you reckon?
Depends how injured Tats is. What's the crap with him? How bad is he? I have no idea.
We
Bruised ribs, is it? Is that what it was?
maybe. But we haven't looked. I haven't looked. I'll be honest with you.
No. Okay. Well, if he's back, he goes straight back in, doesn't he? If he's back,
Gets battered like a cage fighter every week, doesn't he? So I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
He missed him so much. I was surprised by the drop off, but I also think the replacement wasn't the correct one, so hard to judge it. But yeah, got to put him back in. Centre backs leave him the same. 2 clean sheets in a row. Bobby.
It's hard to change it, isn't it? It's hard to change it when they're not conceding goals.
Yeah.
I'd probably just leave it for now.
Grimes, Onyeka, Mason Clark, Rodoni. Striker.
Sims.
I don't know.
It always looks quite a heavy pitch to me, Ewood Park, but there's also a lot of space, and I don't know if it's got muscle memory of like Shearer, but there always seems to be like a lot of space for a forward to gallop into. You know what I mean? It always feels like quite a big pitch. So
he's a good galloper, is Ellis Sims. I'll give him that.
I don't know, mate. I just think what's Hadji got to do to get dropped? I mean, Sims does all right, then he gets, goal of the week or player of the month, then gets dropped. You know what I mean? Hadji Wright just puts stinker after stinker in, and nothing seems to happen. So I don't know. I would go with Sims personally.
I'd go with Sims as well, I think. What about you, Jake?
Blimey, I was going to stick with Wright.
I stuck with him. I stuck with him for this game.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
For me,
I think Wright gets more time than just going back to Sims getting dropped. Sims was dropped in a flash, right, when Wright came back. I think Wright always gets more time, and maybe 2 performances in a row is enough this time to swap him out. Bring him on with half an hour left, and that's the thing. Has he ever affected a game from the bench though? Can you remember him coming off the bench and scoring? Hadji? Is he someone you have to start?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
No, but Frank sees what we see. He's like, how do I get this jigsaw right? Because it's all there. With Ellis, I'm not sure it is. With Wright, you can see that potentially it is. That's the frustration with him. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is there with him, and that's why I big him up when he plays well and he has all the quality. But even the one-on-one yesterday, when he was,
he didn't know he was offside, did he? And he still just ran it straight into the keeper's hands, and you think, oh, come on.
He's always offside, Jake, as well. The amount of offsides he has where he doesn't need to be offside and he just goes too early. That's like, sort that out and you have a few more chances a season and you have a few more goals, hopefully. But yeah, something wasn't right with him. And we're talking about Hadji Wright again because that's always who we always come back to on this podcast.
Sim's overhead kick was a decent effort. That was unlucky. He took a deflection and the keeper tipped it around the post
as well, late on.
I think that was it, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that was it. The keeper kind of got a hand on it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Listen, I think now that they know they're kind of all, you'd like to think they were nervous yesterday. You'd like to think they'll relax a little bit and, they'll start playing with some more freedom. Do you know what I'm saying? And that does help players like Hadji Wright. Because once players start carrying the ball and gliding past the player and the pitch opens up a little bit, he's just got to be on his toes for them little knocks around the corner from Rodoni into the box and stuff. It's just movement for me. I don't know. I'd be easy with either of them starting up front at Ewood Park. But let's just go and get the win.
They're not going to be an easy team to play, by the way. Michael O'Neill's really sorted them out, taking them away from danger. 5 games unbeaten they are. They beat Millwall away. They've drawn with Borough at home in that time, beaten Birmingham away. Drew 1-1 with Stoke yesterday. They're not doing badly, and they are kind of edging towards safety, which is also putting Oxford and Leicester under a bit of pressure. They're 4 points above Oxford now, 7 points above Leicester. So you'd think they're in a good position to stay up from this position. But we've had some good moments at Ewood Park. I remember the Dele Adebola goal, running through FA Cup. That red kit, I was there for that one. Loved that one. Elliot Ward, penalty. Was that FA Cup as well?
Elliot Ward.
Leon Best as well.
Leon Best in the home game as well in the FA Cup?
Game,
that was a replay, wasn't it?
What was the Doyler strike that looped over the keeper? God, there was about 15,000
score on there as well.
Yeah, we took a load up there then, didn't we? Remember that?
Yeah, I like it. It's a great away game. Great away day.
I've never been. It's my debut.
Never been.
No, I wasn't there at the Wilson goal either, which I kind of
Not
regret.
going back, Jig. It's like going back in time.
Yeah. Oh, good. I like an old school ground.
This has to be, Jig, maybe the only championship ground that I've been to, and you haven't. Then,
Yeah,
just because it's near.
Yeah. 15
Oh, that's why John
away
said it's
days.
like going back in time. Then, yeah, it's like going back in time up to my end.
No, Blackburn is weird though, isn't it? I mean, it's a bit like what's going on around here.
It's like Accrington, though. Blackburn, Accrington, basically the same place, but yeah, it's a bit one of them northern towns, isn't it?
Good pies though. Give them that.
Good pies. Good lads as well. Good lads in the home end, where I may or may not be. We'll have to wait and see. John, when do you go to Tenerife? Talk to us about your holiday.
I'm going away on Monday, mate. Gutted that I'm missing Blackburn, but be very thankful of a bit of vitamin D. I'll be there, mate. I'll be watching.
Out for a week? That's nice, isn't it?
Well, my little one's got another week off, so yeah. Don't want to dwell on it.
He's getting his tan on, isn't he, for this run? He's getting bronzed up.
Got to, mate. I'll be tanning in a thong, won't I, for the mankini?
Cool.
I would like to start running. I ain't had a run in about 20 years.
Same.
It would be nice if it was above like 8 degrees, not freezing cold wind like it was yesterday as well, right? Nice to have a bit of sunshine.
That'll be the excuse. Might need to pack a sock or 3 down there.
We need to look at the T's and C's. I need to work out whether I think I've got to turn up and do it. And I'm not in the mankini, but the thing is, what we said at the start of the season, and we'll get the clip out. I said I'd wear a basketball kit to the last home game, which I can do. I need to find where I've put it. And you boys said you'd do the mankini run. Let us know your thoughts.
We'll do one.
Do the run as well?
I
will be there.
No, sorry, I just need you with some pom-poms in your basketball kit. Me and Jiggle, you'll be there as well. You can hold my hand because I will be blowing, mate. We're going to do 1 lap around the outskirts of the memorial, and then we're going to try and find a little spot, little 5-minute walk away down into Earlston where we can all congregate and have a few sherbets, bit of grip and grin, say hello to everyone, few tunes, and it'll be a lovely day. That I'm really looking forward to it, actually, and it'll be a good crack, really good crack.
There you go. I can't wait for it. I mean, we need to make sure that the title's on the line in that Wrexham game. Though. That's what I want now.
That's what I want. I definitely agree with you, Si. And what I've done there is very cleverly as well is I did say 5K, or that was the number getting rallied around. And what I've done very carefully there for myself and Jig, like the side bet for Hadji Wright ripping up the Prem next season, just in case he does, is I've just said that we're doing 1 lap around the outskirts of the Memorial Park, which I believe is around 2.5K. So we'll see you there.
Someone's got. I could manage 2.5K, mate. We need to. We need to measure.
Honestly, sorry, I know you were driving home yesterday, but I put it on the car. I was driving thinking, God, 5K. Got in the car and I drove for 5K just on the M1, just thinking, how far is this here now? I was like, far, isn't it? Not sure.
Oh, we'll have to wait and see on that. I don't know. We might have to try and make it work. It'll be a very fun day. If you want to come down and join us, feel free to. If you want to see John and Jig in their mankinis, we will get proper posters and times and stuff sorted over the next couple of weeks as well. But it's on the cards. It's going to happen. Wrexham.
God.
Jig, any comments? You got a bit quiet, mate.
Yeah, no comment. I do not have the capacity.
Think about me, Jig. I'm going on a holiday here. I'm going to have a massive, tray of Tony Roma's ribs, and they'll be like, canary and potatoes with that, fries. I'll be like, just throw the green salad on there. I got a run to do. You know what I mean? I can't be wobbling around the park, mate. That's out of order.
You're gonna have to send us some training videos up and down the beach
in the mountains, looking for Jay Slater. I'll be up there, mate. Leave that in. Do not edit that out. Don't edit that out.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, looking forward to it, lads. Looking forward to it. Jig, we need to hang on. We need to do our score predictions for Blackburn. Back to the football. How do we see the game going? Is this it? Is this the promotion party? Jig.
Yeah, they're going to do it for us. It'll be a tight game. I think Blackburn they're not a bad team, to be honest. But I think a 2-1 win, a tight 2-1 win. Whole squad over to the fans after. Lampard going wild. The fans going wild. We need that big occasion. We need that day. Give us that moment. Come on, boys.
Who's scoring?
Had you right? Had you right and Radoni.
There you go. John, what you saying?
1-1. Go one down, and that'll kickstart us. And then there'll be just a barrage going into the end that the Cov fans are. Who's gonna come up with the goods? It'll be something. It'll be like Markello, someone random, bundling the ball over the line. Scenes in the away end. We're gonna have to rely on Ipswich dropping some points, but we'll beat Pompey and we'll beat Wrexham.
It's good stuff. If we're 1-0 down with a couple minutes to go, do we sub on Ben Wilson? Jake?
Yeah, get him on. Get him on.
Get him on for another goal at that end.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Make sure he runs the right way this time, although the fans will be both sides of the goal, won't they?
You will. You can go anywhere, Si. You can be anywhere.
Let us know what it looks like, Si, from the home end.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If a Cov player could do an Adebayor down in front of the Blackburn, there'll be one fan celebrating.
Yeah. That'll be the end of it. They'll be like, "Where's Simon?" I'm like, I don't know. Just disappeared after the Blackburn game. Recycled.
No, please give me an away ticket, someone. I really want.
Come on, help him out, will ya? Come on, I'm going to dig deep for you as well, Si.
Yeah, we'll have a look. It'll be fine.
We'll have a look.
I'll go for. I was going to say 1-1 as well, but I'll go for a 2-2. 2-0 down. We come back from the dead and get over the line. Like, it's going to be hard. I think we'll drag the ball into the net. It'll happen. And who's going to get that equaliser? I predicted Onyeka to score the winner on Saturday, and he got subbed off, and he always seems to get taken off, so I'm not picking him again. Ellis Sims, and it'll be an awful goal. The worst goal you've ever seen, John. That's how I see it. Bundling in, at the back post, something awful. Off his knee, off his head.
Anything will do. Anything.
Just make it happen. I just really want it to happen, Jake. I want that goal. I want that moment. I want the banners on the pitch.
We need an iconic moment, don't we? To finesse and like that's the season. Boom, that's the image there. We had
how rubbish will it be if we lose?
We had the EMC at Stoke and all that stuff. We just need that little moment, Super Frank or whatever it is.
If we lose at Blackburn and then it's delayed again, and then we have to wait to see what happens for the other results on the weekend, it's just like we have a chance to make it happen ourselves.
Yeah,
go and take it for the fans. Need it to happen there now. Need there to be a goal, like you say, or even dig out a 0-0 draw. I'll take anything at this point, Jig.
I just want to win. I want to win the league, and I want an away win. Just get the win. There's nothing better than a win. Come on.
We're allowed to be greedy, by the way, at this point, given how good we've been all season.
Yeah,
we have to go on and win the league. It has to happen now.
It feel very disappointing. I know we're still going to get. Well, we're basically promoted, but it would feel massively disappointing if we didn't win the league from here.
It would. Are we gonna?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no reason why we shouldn't.
Yeah.
There's no reason why we shouldn't at all.
Ipswich are in a really strong position now. They will finish second, it seems. You'd both probably agree with that, given they've still got games in hand and are flying. And Borough might not even be in the playoffs at this, right? Absolutely dropping like a stone. I think they might.
Do you reckon they'll fall out? That was my question. I'm just looking at the league here now. Do you reckon they've got a chance of falling out?
I don't, but I do think Southampton are in a really strong position to overtake them. It depends on... The thing is, Wrexham are only on 64. Oh, but Wrexham are playing today, aren't they? Wrexham are playing Birmingham in a bit. So if Wrexham win that...
Oh, the Hollywood derby.
Yeah, the big Hollywood derby. Don't think Sky expected them both to be kind of outside the playoffs. So Wrexham, if they win, are going to be 5 points behind Middlesbrough. And Middlesbrough have... Who are their fixtures against? Ipswich away. Sheffield Wednesday at home. Very tough game, we know that.
Yeah.
Watford at home. And then Wrexham away on the last day. Oh, I tell you what. I wouldn't like to be a Borough fan right now.
No.
The thing is, they're creating loads of chances and just not scoring. They're just getting done on the break. So it is crazy their fall off, given they were top of the league. They went top of the league and bottled it. We didn't bottle it. we're just struggling to get over the line a bit, just crawling our way over. Any final thoughts? Any messages for anybody? Any nice things happening on this lovely Sunday?
I'm finishing my garden bar off, the Highfield Road bar, ready for the promotion parties.
Is that party? Is that where the party's happening after the run?
See how many people turn up.
Yeah, it's a good little bar, that one, Jig. Yeah, I think loads of people again in the fan village before and in the ground, and big community out there. A lot of people that travel as well. Met like 3 or 4 separate London, couple of one family from Teddington, people from all over, mate. Well, it's great. A lot of love out there.
Scotland and stuff, and fly down. It is mad.
Yeah,
the dedication people have, because it's hard work, especially when it's a 0-0 draw home to the worst team in the league.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But no,
Lauren Ford, shout out to Lauren Ford. She flies from Edinburgh every game.
Yeah.
In a way.
Right. Anything else?
Some fringe tickets, are you, Jig?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. You sort me out already.
Oh, Phileas Fogg. Right, what do we need then? Right, we need at least 6 more points. We're going to go up to Blackburn, smash them. Blackburn, Simon needs a ticket. Who's going to deliver one for him? The DMs are open. You will be rewarded. Next week we will be announcing when the run is, and we are going to win the league. Come on, City.
I'm leaving it there. Perfect, John. Lovely outro. We'll see you next week.